Something huge is unfolding in the AFC North, and it could change the course of Cleveland's Super Bowl aspirations. We've got news that could shake up the power dynamics in the division for years to come. But before we get into it, if you bleed brown and orange, hit that subscribe button and become part of the Cleveland Browns family. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we need you to help us get there. Share this video with your friends and fellow Browns fans, and let's get into the big news. Now, when we talk about the Cleveland Browns, especially in recent years, one position has always sparked the most debate: quarterback. It's been a wild ride, right? But this offseason, it's different. The quarterback situation isn't just a topic of discussion, it's about to change everything. What started as a four-man race for the starting spot might not be as wide open as we thought. We've heard whispers behind the scenes that the real battle could actually be down to two quarterbacks, and veteran Joe Flacco might be more of a backup or insurance policy than a contender for the starting job. Let's break it down. After a few inconsistent seasons, the Browns are clearly in a transition phase. They're looking for stability at quarterback, but they also want to invest in youth and potential. That's why they traded for Kenny Picket, and why they drafted Gabriel in the third round. These moves signal that Cleveland's front office, led by GM Andrew Berry, is all about developing young talent. And that's where the drama begins. Kenny Picket, the former Pittsburgh Steelers starter, had a solid rookie season. The Browns saw enough in him to make a trade in March. They think Pickett's experience could be just what the team needs. Then there's Gabriel. This kid is a serious talent, a poised, accurate quarterback out of Oregon who impressed scouts with his mobility and anticipation. Cleveland brought him in early and invested heavily in his development. But that's not all. Let's talk about Shador Sanders, the son of NFL legend Deion Sanders. A lot of people expected Sanders to be drafted higher, but the Browns saw incredible value in him at pick 144. They believed that with the right coaching, Shador could develop into something special, a dual-threat QB who could give the Browns a new dimension on offense. Now, what about Joe Flacco? At 40 years old, Flacco is clearly not the long-term answer. He's a veteran who's been through the wars. He knows how to win, and he has a calming presence in the locker room. He went 4-1 as a starter in 2023, throwing for over 1,600 yards and 13 touchdowns. That makes him a valuable asset as a backup and mentor for the younger quarterbacks. But here's the interesting part. Insider reports, and we're talking about guys with connections in the league, suggest that Joe Flacco might not even be in the running for the starting job. According to former NFL wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh, he was told by a source inside the Browns organization that Flacco isn't a true contender. If that's the case, Cleveland's quarterback future is already being shaped by Pickett and Gabriel, with Flacco more of a safety net than anything else. So, what does this mean for the Browns season? It means that Cleveland might be getting ready to pass the torch to the younger guys sooner than we thought. Kenny Picket brings valuable experience from his time with the Steelers, but it's Gabriel's overall game that could give him the edge. He's got the arm strength, the mobility, and the poise to succeed. Meanwhile, Shador Sanders could emerge as a wild card. His athleticism and upside are undeniable. But don't count Flacco out just yet. While he might not be the starter, Flacco's role as a mentor and veteran leader could prove invaluable during the grind of training camp and the preseason. He's taking a backseat to the younger quarterbacks, staying professional and trusting the process. Now, let's talk about what happens next. Cleveland's training camp kicks off in late July, with rookies reporting on July 18th and veterans on July 22nd. That's when the real competition begins. We'll see if it's a tight battle between Pickett and Gabriel, or if Sanders starts to push for more reps. And we can't forget about Flacco. Will he stay as the veteran backup? Or will the team phase him out entirely? Preseason will be huge. The first game against the Carolina Panthers on August 8th will give us a real sense of who's ready to lead this team. If the young quarterbacks perform well, Cleveland could be in for a surprise playoff run. But if the competition lingers on, or the team turns to Flacco too soon, things could get dicey. In the end, what makes this all so exciting is the potential for something new in Cleveland. A fresh start at quarterback, with youth and experience blending together. The AFC North is tough, but a quarterback change in Cleveland could shake things up in the division.